participating from the native African people to help put us into this dilemma. Y'all help me out. I don't know who I'm reaching. I don't know who will hear this. I don't know if the Speaker Mike Johnson will hear this. I don't know if President Biden will hear this. I don't know if President Trump will hear this. I don't know if the Congress will hear this. I don't know if the Black Caucus will hear this. I don't know if the Reparation Committee in Chicago, Chairman Beatrice Boyce will hear this. I don't know if P. Ray will hear this, or she can take this to the president or the next president or the president who will be the president. I don't know. One thing I do know, that we have got to stand on this issue. We have got to fight this issue. We have got to bring it to the forefront. Just like Kamala Harris, the issue of abortion is the number one issue with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. The number one issue with them is the border. The number one issue for Black America must become reparation here and now. Black America must begin to tell each other that it is important that we stand up and talk to each other, talk to white America, tell white America that these issues that is concerning the Black community is all of our issues, not just white America, not just Asian America, not just African American, but all of America. What about us? What about us? When we walk the streets of Chicago, when we walk the streets of Mississippi, when we walk the streets of Atlanta, when we walk the streets of Georgia, when we walk the streets of Atlanta and Los Angeles, Black America see the remnants of the neglect, not only of this country, but in some cases the neglect of ourselves. Black America, I'm calling on you to get a grip of your children. I'm calling on white America and Black America to get a grip of your children. Begin the process again to communicate with your children. Talk to your children. Stop putting your children down. Stop disrespecting your children. Stop talking to your children as if they're an animal or if they're a goat. Respect society. Our young people today have gone astray. They're not listening to anybody. The only thing and only people that young people are listening to is Lil Baby and the radio. That's crazy, ain't it? The only one people are listening to is Little Baby and the radio. Help us, Lord, at this moment. Help to guide us in this midst and in our troubled moment. God, we as African American, we as Americans, I'm not just an African American, I am an American first. A lot of people will say, you got a lot of nerves. You got a lot of nerves to come on the air and tell us to help with what you're trying to do, and then you have the audacity to say that you're not a Black America, that you are an American. And that's what I said, and that's what I mean. I am not an African American, I am an American. And I love this country. The only thing I'm saying is that I need this country to love me back. That's all I got to say about this country. I'm not here to beat up on this country. That's not my goal. That's not my objective. That's not my course of action. I'm here to tell America that America, it's time for you to be responsible and know that you have not been a saint all of your life, America. Sometimes America has been aggressive towards people. Sometimes America has gone overboard to help people. Sometimes America has even neglected its own people. Today I'm calling on America. Today I'm calling on America to stand back just a couple of inches. Don't get out of the picture, America, because we need you, America. But the only thing we're asking you to do is reconsider the importance, the relationship that Black America and America has had. When the British said, go and get them and bring them back, no matter what you have to do, the British say, go and get them. The British say, go get them, find them wherever they are, and bring them back to England. The British were coming to get the Americans. The British were coming to get our brothers and our sisters. But we stood with America. When the British told their soldiers, the Britons, they say, I don't care. The Queen of England said, I don't care what you have to do. The only thing I'm concerned about is go over to America, go across the seas and bring them back to England. There were Negroes in slavery at that time. And they picked up their arms, they picked up their shovels, they picked up their rifles. And they stood with America when the British came, and the British say, go and get them. Go to Boston, get them. Go to Massachusetts and get them. Go to New York and get them. Go to Pennsylvania and get them. Whatever you have to do, go and get those radicals. Go and get those disagreeable Americans. Go and get those criminals, is what the British called us back in those days. And guess what Black America did when the British say, go and get the Americans, the African American community? We stood up with the Americans. When the Korean War took place, excuse me, when President Harry Truman dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, when Hitler, Mussolini, Saddam Hussein, the Iranians, when they came after America, Black America stood up with America. In Vietnam, the Vietnamese were killing. The Vietnamese were eradicating the Americans. In Hanoi, but Black America stood with us, this country. I'm calling on the leadership, Black leadership. Save Biden. Save Trump. But save Black America. Because America, you don't know when or who is coming, and when they come, like all of us, you're going to need a friend. And that's what Black America has been to America. And that's why I cry out with white America. White Americans, we've been your friend. We've been your biggest supporters. Black America have. Don't leave Black America on the side of the road. White America. Don't leave us on the side of the road, because you never know when you might have to come down that same road again. You don't know when your tire, when your gas, when your oil may be short, and you may have to come again to all of America. White, black, Jews, and Gentiles, Protestants, and Catholic. I close out today asking America the same question that I asked last week. What about us? What about us? Black leadership, stop dealing with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party unless you're able to put the black issues on the table first. I close out asking God to thank us, to watch over us. We ask this in your name for those who have lost their lives to violence, neglect. We ask you to give us grace and mercy, Lord. We ask this in your name. Lord, we thank you for joining us. We thank each and every one of you all. My name again is Ziff Sistrunk. It's not hard to find me. ZIFFSISTRUNK. Green Slate Institute for Justice, WZASTV.com, Channel 34 is our information. The Harvey Evening Post, Reduce the Violence Sports. That's how you can reach us on all of our media outlets. I thank you all for joining us. My name again is Ziff Sistrunk. Senior. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's birthday is tomorrow. Jenna, we got to get a cake or something over there to Dee Dee. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I thank you all for joining me. Thank God again. Will Crosby, I owe you a thank you, Will Crosby. Will Crosby, the first part of the show, we talked to Mr. Will Crosby. You can go back and look at it. And boy, did he give us some information. I thank you all for joining me again. My name is Ziff Sistrunk. I really want to thank you all. God bless you all. Don't always say it, but I think I'm going to have to start. I love you. Ask God to keep us sure. If a task once begun, never leave it till it's done. Bid the label, big or small, do it well or not at all. I thank you all for listening to me. I thank you all for being a supporter. And I thank you and I ask God to give you grace and mercy. Miss House, how did we do? God bless you and thank you and thank you.